Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the Altcoin show, coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about altcoins, of course, because it's the Altcoin show. And we're going to look and see if there are some entries. We're going to cover some of our favorite alts on the show and see if is it too late to buy? Is this the last chance? Have some altcoins already taken off already? Is there going to be some opportunities of a pullback? And can we get some entry? We're going to look into all that and more. And of course, before we do that, you know what I'm going to say? Smash the like button. If you're a regular watcher, you knew that was coming. This does help get this channel out to more people and does help to support the channel. And of course, really appreciate all the kind words and encouraging comments people left while I was off sick. Particularly, that was very kind of you. You take the time to write it. I take the time to read it. Thank you so much. And those of you who ask questions in the comment section, I do get back to those as soon as I am able to. And if you'd like more direct access to me, I am in the Stocks with Josh Discord with some of the most amazing people on the planet in a crypto channel there, engaging daily, answering questions and interacting with such a wonderful community there. Of course, there is the meme coin channel there as well, aka the party zone, as well as I have my own Crowned Traders channel in there where I show education, insights, resources, some of my trade setups, and of course, entertainment, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And of course, my X is below in the description as well. You can find that Tribal Trades. It's actually called Crypto Coins 365. And if you're struggling to see the description, if you just click below, you can click on the more button, and that will pop out the description there, and you'll get the Discord sign up and you'll get access there. You can see to my X. I do post on there. I did have a little bit of a break over the holiday period where I was feeling unwell, and we're still doing giveaways. So if you'd like for an opportunity to receive a giveaway, of course, I cannot give giveaways to everybody, and not everybody will be getting a giveaway, but this is one of the ways that some of you will be randomly selected. This is how I find the Tribal Trades community. If you're following there on X, and obviously just be subscribed to my YouTube and have a Sui wallet, because that's how the coins are gotten to you via the Sui ecosystem. So give us a follow there. That would be absolutely awesome. And I do keep this updated when I'm well to do so. And I did update just recently there. Okay, so let's look at the entire altcoin market at the moment. As far as Bitcoin dominance goes, it has broken down, and we've created we've created a lower high. As you can see, there's the lower high. And we have at the moment a higher low, but we have broken below the 200 EMA on the daily. That's very bullish for altcoins. I would expect at some point to come up and retest that, just like we saw this breakdown, retest, reject initially, and then it broke through. However, this time I would expect there to be a retest and a rejection, and hopefully a proper breakdown and continued downtrend there. And we do see the 50-day moving average is starting to arc its way down, and that's good, because if we do see a lower, the 50 go below a 200, that's very bearish, okay? And so that's something we'd like to see. And of course, a death cross is pending. So you can see this very thin blue line here. I should make this a little bit bolder. That's the 200 simple moving average. If the 50 goes below there, that is called a death cross, and that is very, very bearish. So we do see that happening. We do see that curving down, and I do think that's going to happen in the next week or so, and that will really propel alts, I believe, to new all-time highs. And we already saw with Sui just lately, just yesterday, we saw it bust through the $5 region. Okay, so let's have a look at also the total 2 and 3. Remember, the key for this for me, for the others, which is all the altcoin market minus the top 10, This is really starting to pick off. It's broken out of this channel here, so that's very bullish, and it's above the 50-day moving average, total 3, which is all the altcoins minus Ethereum. We've seen the same thing here. I could draw the similar kind of pattern here, wedge pattern that it's broken out of, and then obviously total 2 includes Ethereum, same situation. So these charts are looking very similar and very bullish. So let's look at a few altcoins here. AI Fund was one of the ones that I gave. And of course, we saw this take off like a rocket ship, and then I gave it again around these levels, took off like a rocket ship. And we've seen a real downtrend here, but what we've established is a bit of a double bottom here that we found. And this wick here, you can see this pin bar candle, that's a fairly bullish wick there. There's some demand there. So this would have been the entry there at 0.04. And this is where having these Fibonacci's in place can really help identify levels to buy and to sell, just like coming up into here. This is where I would have looked to take profit because we have the reverse here where we have a pin bar candle to the downside there, okay? So now we've seen a pullback here. Where would I be looking for an entry here? I'd be looking for an entry right about this level here at about 5 cents. However, we're a little bit under that at the moment. We're just a little bit under this Fibonacci, so I'd want to see a break and a retest above there, possible entry. You can stop loss out at the same place, and then if that was to continue to break down that 4-cent level there, if we lose this 4-cent level there, if we were to properly reject against there and break down, you'd want to stop out of that trade there. Oh, so banana gun here. What I'm looking for is the 200 EMA on the daily, a break above that level. That could be a nice little entry there. Some people might like to front run it, add some bids in there, even a break above $46 there, a break and a retest. Of course, we do see that the 50-day moving average is crossing below the 100-day moving average there. That's a little bearish there. I want to see what plays out there. Obviously, that's not the 200 simple moving average, which is there as well. And we don't want to see a death cross there. We don't want to see that go below. This is this little wick there. So technically, we do have a little bit a pattern here where we can see we have come below here and created a little bit of a W bottom there. And so this is a little bit lower, and we've created a higher low. So that is one good thing that I can see here. A lot of questions about blub. For right now, I'm not looking at any entries there. It's kind of a no man's land. I'd like to see us reclaim at least this level here at around the 7 and 8 cent level, just between here, or even a little bit above this. I think that's 7 zeros and a 9. But ultimately, we need to reclaim a lot of ground here that needs to be made. The 50-day moving average is way up there, and you can see the 100 moving average there. So some of you might see this as a real opportunity there to buy the dip. However, I'm looking for a little bit more of a confirmation. We haven't even set a higher low yet, and so technically we're still in a downtrend, so I'm waiting there for blub. As far as bonk goes, we have seen this was a beautiful buying opportunity on the 100 simple moving average, 100-day simple moving average there at 31. I did pick up some just here at the 200 EMA on the daily. And then, of course, we are going to find some resistance at the 50-day moving average. Right now, is there an entry for me on bonk? There isn't. Obviously, if we came down to that 34, 34, or even back to the 100, at 31 or further down the 200 EMA at 28, those would be my levels there for bonk. Deep has been one that has really taken off, a Sui ecosystem coin. I've been in deep for some time, and I did pick up around these levels down here at around 5 cents. Didn't quite get my 4 cent order filled there, but I'm up by the looks of it. It looks like I'm up around 300% on that trade. I'm going to put a little 15 cent there. Let's see if this keeps going. We could certainly go up to 16 or 17 cents there. There's 16.5 cent level there, and then 17 cents. So I'll certainly be keeping an eye on that one. Dogecoin has started to move. So here, it's not at a bad entry right now at the 50-day moving average. It broke above that and looks to be holding that as support. So around 38 cents looks to be a decent entry there. It's at 38.9 cents. So this could be a possible entry here for Doge. And then if you would lose the 37.8 cent region, that could be a place to stop out. Because if there was a correction on alts, this could tumble all the way down to this 100 simple moving average at 27 or the 200 EMA at 23, okay? Ethereum's been tough. Again, the break of the 50-day moving average, that would have been the entry there at 3,500. It's at 3,600. I wouldn't have an entry there unless we break above the 3,675 level Fibonacci. That could be an entry there. For Ethereum, Floki's been great. It held that level. This is the one that I gave just prior to the new year at the 200 EMA on the daily. So if you got on that at 17, then you're up significantly than 19. This is a no man's land there. I'm not having an entry there, but possibly it came back to retest that or breaks above the 50-day moving average or this Fibonacci. I could possibly look there. HNT, again, this is one at the 200 EMA on the daily. So this would be another one here. There would be an entry here for HNT, 200 EMA on the daily at $6.50. Obviously, it's broken. It's retested a support and now sitting at $6.66. And so obviously if we came back down to retest that 200 EMA or a break of $7 or $7.15, they could be entries there, or take profits if you did manage to get this trade here at the 200. This was another one that I gave around just before New Year's there. Casper has been doing it pretty tough. We are looking for something here, anything. We are seeing some upside there, but we do really need to see it break above the 200 EMA. We do need to see the 50 back above the 200. It's had a death cross. We do need to see a golden cross there. For me, Ondo, I did get some bids filled down at the 50-day moving average there. So I added back to Ondo at $1.46. I had previously taken profits Ondo, so I'm back into Ondo there. And that trade is up nicely at the moment. Pepe, again, same thing, the 50-day moving average plus a Fibonacci. That is a great opportunity to get into this trade there. And these are the things that I look at and what I teach. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the 50-day moving average. I'm looking at the 100-day simple moving average, and I'm looking at 200 EMA on the daily. But I can also go to the 4-hour and say, where is the 200 EMA on the 4-hour? Or I can look at the 2-hour and say, is there an entry there? The 200 EMA on the 2 or on the 1-hour time frame here, and if we're to lose that level, then would stop out of there. So that is another way that you can be a little bit more aggressive with your trading and say, well, look, I've kind of missed that. Is there another entry? Yes, just by moving the different time frames. Now, the 50-day moving average, the 100 simple, and the 200 simple, they're going to stay the same on whatever time frame. The 200 EMA, that's the one that can move. And of course, I've got these ribbons here that can also give entries on even shorter time frames, but I'm not really scalping at the moment. So I'm going to turn that off just to clean up the charts a little bit there. Render has been one that has been fantastic because look at this. This was the entry that I gave around just before New Year's, before I got sick. Not only was it at the 200 EMA on the daily, but it was also at the 100 simple moving average, and it was at a Fibonacci. This was a banger of an entry that I gave here. If you got it, this would be a place that you could possibly take some profits off the table, or you could wait to see if it breaks above that retest at support and then continues to the upside there for Render. Say is another one that I get asked about a lot. Well, it's just broken above the 200 EMA on the daily. We do have that Adam and Eve WW bottom there. That is bullish. We have a low with that pin bar candle, then we have a higher low. We break them through a key moving average. You could wait until it breaks through the 100 simple moving average there, retest the support before going up. You are going to find some resistance there also at the 50-day moving average, whether for a long-term or a short-term trade there. Solana here, we're going up to Solana and we've got the 50-day moving average. Now, I gave these entries at the 200 EMA on the daily. What have I said? This historically has been a very good place to buy in bull markets. Make sure it's on your chart. Then if you didn't buy there, I gave it again at the 100 simple day moving average, 100-day simple moving average. And then now we have it breaking through a trend line. We have it breaking through a Fibonacci, and we're just getting stuck at the 50-day moving average. So you could look at entries back here at 200 or back at 194, all the way back at the 200 EMA at 178 or 180. Or if it breaks above the 50-day moving average on here at 220, that could be a place to enter as well. Remember the Sol ETF, Solana ETF decision, I believe is coming January 23rd, and there is a 77% chance, last time I checked on Polymarkets, of that being approved. And Polymarkets predicted very accurately the outcome of the election when all the other pollsters seem to not be able to get it right. SUSI here has been one that we've now lost below this key trend line. I'll be looking for it to break back above the 7.007, James Bond 007. We need that. And again, I'm looking for that 200 EMA. What time frame can I find it on here? Let's keep going back. And we do see it's stuck under the 200 EMA on the 1 hour. So a break above this level of 007 and a retest of support, that could be a place to get in a trade and ride that to the upside. They have posted that they have more listings coming. And so I think there is still a lot of room to the upside for that coin. Sui, of course, I gave these entries back at 50 cents all the way back in August. I gave a lot of entries for Sui from May through until September when it broke above $1. And now we're seeing this resistance here. This is where I'm going to take some profits off the table at $5.63. There's a double Fibonacci line here, part of my Fibonacci stacking method. But this is where I said before the new year, these were the entries right here at $3.50 at the 50-day moving average. Again, another opportunity at $3.95 at the 50-day moving average. At some point, I do believe some of these moving average are going to catch up and we're going to come and retest the 50, the 100, even the 200 EMA, but I don't think the 200 EMA on the daily is going to be there. If you're looking for an entry, it could be a nice retest here of $4.96, which is the previous all-time high. Of course, it was to lose that level. You just play it level to level. You can also try and look and play where is the 200 EMA. It is really the closest level that it is on the 15-minute time frame is $4.70. We could even come down the 5-minute, and there it's at that $4.96 level. So that's kind of how I look for my entries and where might be a good entry. We've got a Fibonacci level and we got the 200 EMA on the 15-minute at that $4.96 level. Okay, we're scooting through these ones. Tau, again, this was one that I said the 200 EMA on the daily. Okay, even when in a bull market, when it goes below, it doesn't stay below for long and presents good buying opportunities. In this case, we had the 200 simple moving average that it came down to and gave us a bargain buy there. I picked up some more Tau around these levels. And again, we have the same WW Adam and Eve, W bottom, bullish pattern there. It's now broken above the 50-day moving average. If we are to get a retest of that level coming in at around about 540 to 550, that would be an area that I would pick up some more there. You know, I've been sick over the last week or so, and so I've missed some of these opportunities here. This would have been an area that I would have picked up some more on a break and a retest of the 50-day moving average, for example. And just getting through some final ones here. Tier is one that has really struggled. And so we do see the same Adam and Eve WW bottom. I do want to see a break of the 200 simple, the 100 simple, and the 50-day moving average. 200 EMA, there's a lot of resistance there, but on a break of one or all of these, we could see some nice upside there for TIA, of course, and that would be great to see a good bull run to the upside. And then we'll finish with virtual. So I have been very patient with this one. We do see this very bearish. We saw this, I was showing earlier in this on some of the other charts, how this is quite bearish. Below, it's bullish. So what am I looking at here? Well, we've got this $4.21 level. So that would be an area that I would be looking at around, where are we, $4.21. And we can set something there. So that holds a support. That could be an entry with the stop loss if we were to break below that, retest that, and reject that as resistance. Otherwise, we're going to look to come a little bit further down, and I look for where there is some confluence there down around these levels and these mid 350 levels. So somewhere around here where I could see that it could drop back down to here, if we could see that come down to that 356 or 355 level there for virtual. And then obviously you can see some other levels there to the downside if there was a bigger retrace. But this could be a good value zone area. Of course, this could create a little bit of a bull flag and then continue up from there. But I will update that one in the Discord and on my cheat sheet. That's all I have time for today, but I have given a real big run through of a lot of these altcoins here and some of what I'm looking for and some expected targets to the upside and possibly to the downside if we do see some pullback. Some are in entries right now, and some of them I'm just going to be a little bit patient on and have some orders placed to buy the dip. Well, thanks again for watching, and until the next one, happy trading.